What's up, everybody? How's it going? Oh, we'll just turn my headset off. That's fine. I don't need to hear anyways. All right. Okay. So, no green screen. I know I talked about it yesterday. I do apologize. It's been a hectic day. A very, very hectic day. I'm actually kind of surprised I got done what I managed to. But, you know. So, my aim is, here's my aim. Here's my min-max. Min-max. There's a chance that I'll have it in for Monday, but if anything, 100% next Friday. Hey, what's up, Q? So, yeah, I apologize for the no green screen, but I'm doing the best that I can. No face, but Mo face will be either next Monday or next Friday. I apologize. But we're still going to stream. You flip the tables. Flip the tables. You paid for the face. Where the face at? It's coming. Kind of? Yeah. Let me just switch over to a TV here. Yeah, I explained it, that just I don't have the time to get the green screen up. I'm sorry. I just hydrated literally a second ago. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's switch over here. Okay. So last time we were on here, we were looking at Sino's story, which I actually did finish off stream. So basically, they had a fight between Sino and Sethos. Sino won. He gave up, or Sethos gave up his power to Sino, which basically makes him the leader. The overall leader of the that tribe died, but he's just like, I'm too busy being the Grand Mahamat. So Sethos, you take over. This will be a great opportunity for us to have a relationship between the academia as well as this tribe. Sorry, called the House of Silence, if I remember correctly. Then I started on Clorin's story, and they look like they're going to be doing a D&D session, and they need some people to play with. And here we are. And that's it. Oh, when I say they, I'm talking about Clorind and Navia. I really got to do that. I really got to do the real. No. Your nose is runny. Go get a Kleenex. Get a Kleenex and blow it. Oh, what are you holding on to, kitty? The traveling doctor's owl feather? Okay. Interesting. Oh, actually, every code that I used worked. Okay, cool. I got a lot of things here. All Mora based. No Primo gems. What? That's okay. It's a fair amount of Mora. Easy, Google. Google just started calling my accountant, which is really messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up. Very suspicious. Yeah, it was like me calling. Anybody using the new just say it's a butt dial? It's a butt dial. Oh, can we talk about the stuff from before? No. It's just a butt dial. If anybody else is using the new voice assistants for the Android side, it is sketchy in my opinion, comparatively to Assistant. You have Siri? Okay. Is Siri sketchy? Siri's pretty established, though. This new one, Gemini, is not that great. Isn't that sketchy? I'd want to basically say, like, don't allow to do voice calling. That would be great. I'll check it after stream. Yeah, I am okay going into my contacts and clicking. I don't know how to disable things. You can scream too? I can scream? Oh, did it say scream? Instead of screen. Oh, I apologize. Got you. Yeah, so like I'm hoping I can go in there and fix that, because I have no problem going into my contacts, clicking on a contact, and then going from there. I don't do the voice stuff. Anyways, not our problem right now. Let's jump on to Clarint. Right on, right on. To all lurkers on the channel, we really appreciate you lurking. Really appreciate it.
And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too.
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too.
Just hydrated again, thank you very much. I just put the can down. Thank you.
I'm more of a casual member, if anything.
It's like I know.
Formal club activities.
I know when you're going to tell me.
I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but
stop doing it before. Only hydrate when I tell you to.
I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time.
You ruined the fun.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clarion simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fees.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Clarine?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Ah, right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist.
The champion
I
duelist.
to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
So if we have a problem with any of the rules...
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players. I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. someone who feels anger and sadness, just like everyone else.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during those times.
Is that so?
I won't forget the event,
Well, in
but
any
thank you for the
case,
reminder.
I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
Thanks for the bit donation.
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little
And the next
difficult.
bit donation.
A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No,
And the next one.
That's not what I meant.
And the next one. And the next one. And the next one. Feels good, man.
Here.
Hey, I didn't die yet. Hey. I did not die.
Mr. Florian.
Thanks for the luck.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Oh, you.
Wait,
That looks
are
cool.
you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
And the diamond.
Oh no, this is
And
just
the
a costume
shouting.
provided by the club. I occasionally
Thank
play
you
a
very
few of
much.
the roles in my scripts.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script. This script was adapted
With the
from the real
confetti.
history of the
Yep.
Maro
Poof.
Shosei hunters. You all will play
Poof.
the role of hunters from a
Yep.
bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marashose hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian
782 out of 1,000,
as
eh?
well as the first
You're
time
so
Castle.
close.
But I'll leave the finer
Go
details
broke
for
for
you to seek out
Gengar.
and discover later.
Mm-hmm. And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave
Gengar Mommy's
hunters,
coming for
are
ya.
you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already.
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location.
So it's
and begin
like-
your heroic journey.
It's like D&D
So, as
and
we follow
LARPing?
the story, it leads us to specific
Interesting.
scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue. Huh, seems like they have everything prepared. Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated location.
Sounds good. Hunter Squad, move out!
I think I might be doing the Ascension soon. I might do it. I guess we're just gonna walk along this way. Yeah. I think it might be like that time.
Propagate!
Bloom. Bloom. Hello, birdie. Hello. Are you okay? Are you guys okay? Are you dying? Are they dying? Who's your favorite character from Fontaine? From Fontaine. Monsieur Nouvelet. That's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. You don't think they're dying? I don't want to hack at them because I think that's messed up. But I hope they're okay. Who is your favorite character? I know I didn't use the little sparkles. Who's your favorite character? At least from everybody you've seen that we, you know, interacted with. Nouvellette? Fair enough, fair enough. All of the bloom, all of the bloom.
Is this an answer from this world?
You got Farina? That's intense. Good job. Lucky as always. So we got two things. Spent so much gems for her. It took 90 pulls. Oh boy. That's a lot. This seems to be a specialized biological device made by some ancient civilization of Fontaine, created for various types of training. When activated, it generates visible sound waves that can detect visible objects nearby. Using the Blubber Beast's sonar capabilities or the echoing conch's unique properties, you can discover some locations that resonate with their effects. Sometimes these discoveries might reveal some unexpected treasures. Oh, oh. Oh, okay. Oh, where are we going? Oh, there's one of them. Oh. So it only resonates for a while. That's okay. We'll just do it again. Cloud Retainer. So in the next patch. Very cool. Some random Mora. 100 bits. You don't have to do that. Thank you, though. Even though I know you're going for Gengar. I know it. Yes, I already know it's for Gengar. No, it's funny. Oh, the crabs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just busted into their home and was just like, gimme! The bird's like spazzing out. Okay, so that one's been dealt with. One more hit. One more hit, bro. Golden crabs. No, Heavenly. No. With your Toma. Where'd it go? Boom.
A reward on the road.
We're so high, man. Oh, oh, nice. I get double the amount of things. I get a chest and I got a sigil. Who are you polling for next? Mommy Milkers? Absolutely. Absolutely. And the other character if I can get them as well.
Whoa.
They seem pretty
really
cool.
have thought of everything. Even the Fatometer is here and ready to go for us.
The Fatometer. What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
And what about all the dessert and tea?
She
Is
does,
that for
though.
us as well?
Same colors
That's
and
what the
everything.
message said.
The whole idea of constantly eating a lot of
Really?
food.
That's so nice.
Cloud retainer I might
Feels
pick
just
up.
like
Yeah.
a tea party with friends.
Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
I think you might be more of a
I
snack
do like the
hunter
little
than a
teeny
Marashose
4-star
hunter,
trainer girl.
Paimon.
She's cool. But I don't think the idea of getting 2 electrics is a good idea. Probably not a good idea.
Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great, but
Who
I'm
else is
still
coming up in
looking
that
forward to
banner?
the story more than anything.
Very fair. Then, let us begin. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you and write down your name and profession. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to
Veterinarian
ask
guy.
me. In this story, everyone is a
Who's
Marashose
that?
hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
For an upcoming
Swordsmanship?
character?
So there's a fighting part to all of this? Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own.
I think I know who you're talking
Maybe
about.
Paimon can just stick with you?
Why don't you share a character card then? The Traveler will be the Marashose hunter, and you can be her little floating assistant.
Huh. Kinda like in real life.
So, for the name, do I fill it out with the name of my character?
Yep, it can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Oh, so it would be.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Like
Yeah, I think he is a
experiencing different
veterinarian.
life, but
or something
still
like that.
As yourself.
From Natlan, yeah?
That's not a bad idea.
In that case, I think I'll continue
Yeah.
to use the name Linny then.
Next up is the skill sheet.
Wow, so
You have
original,
a limited
Lenny.
amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it
Yes,
will be to pass
yes.
associated checks.
I'll take persuasion and investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
Oh, this is gonna taste weird.
So
Got a
should
halls in
we
my mouth.
also take
It's
those
lemonade
skills
and
then?
strawberry.
Not necessarily. Since we're working together as a team, we could leave the negotiations
that's
to Navia
That's a
and
little
use
off.
our skill points to pick up other useful
There
skills.
you go. Hydrated, when you
For
said.
example, I think
I'm
I'll
currently
take
drinking Dr.
stealth
Pepper.
and sleight of hand. That will give us
Oh,
more options
yeah.
if we run into any situations we can't negotiate our way
Imagine
out.
Dr. Pepper with lemon.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about that. I suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me see. I'll take arts and performance. I'm not quite sure what
I
yours will
sure
be,
hope not.
But I'm not as knowledgeable
That doesn't sound
about the other
remotely
skills,
good.
and
There is a new Blackberry
I'm
one.
not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them well.
Well, that leaves
I think it's
us.
only in
What
America,
do you
though.
want to learn, Traveler?
I want to learn. Ooh. Ooh, I think I'm going to learn insight.
Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful.
Yes, there's a lemon Pepsi.
Ha-ha! Gotta
Yeah,
say, this
doesn't sound
suits
good to
you
me
really
either.
Well. Nothing boosts morale like good food.
You
So
would
what do
say
you
that.
think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Let's see.
Thanks for the bit donation.
Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
You've all picked such classic skills. It's fine to
Posture
go a little
check.
bit out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says this
There you go.
skill can
My
be
back is
used
straight, but I'm
under
elite, and then I have everything set up
circumstances
perfectly.
to summon characters or creatures that fit the script's world building.
Yes, I am going to do that.
The script's
And pinch cheeks,
world-building
correct.
rules,
We talked about it in the last stream. I'm just trying to
how
figure
are
out
we
what to
supposed to know
do
what a
graphically for
Marshall's a hunter
those,
can
but I want to
summon?
add those in.
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM
And
will
slap
take
cheeks.
care of the rest.
You are a sus person. I'm just
Alright,
kidding.
you've
I'm
convinced
just kidding.
Paimon. Let's
We can do that. I'm down.
summon then. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
Well, now that everyone's more or less finished creating their characters, we can begin.
Did the crab
Since
create a
2 of our
character?
players are doing this for the first time, though, let me ask. Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
Oh,
What's the difference between the two?
we'll let
Well,
them figure out
in
which
role-playing
cheese.
games,
I know
The
what you're
story
saying.
sometimes
It's funny.
changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the
You're
fatometer.
sus.
For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further negative consequences. If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail. And
Pathetic
face
mode
any
seems to
consequences
be
that
the
may
best way to
follow.
go.
If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about luck playing a factor.
I want to see my horrible luck play out in this game. The random checks triggered by the Fatometer often serve as indicators for Destiny's course, or the success or failure of an action. Press to draw a card and get a random number between 1 and 10. That's kind of like rolling a 20-sided die. If, sorry, I think it's called D6. If the number displayed is greater than or equal to the check difficulty, you will pass this check. Otherwise, you will fail it. Random checks triggered by the Fatometer often... Oh. We're just kind of showing the same thing. Players role-playing and the scene in the story can sometimes affect the results of the checks. Your current check bonuses will be added to your randomly drawn number, making it easier to pass checks. In easy mode, all checks are considered successful by default.
Given that I'd like to focus on the story,
I think get
I suppose
random
I
emote
should
is a
pick
good
easy
one
mode.
to
I'd
re-add,
feel
by the
bad
way.
if I brought the team down by failing my checks.
random emote.
Oh, come on.
I don't think I know
Don't
this
worry
one.
about that. RNG is the
Hey, what's up,
lifeblood of
Shinya?
role-playing
How's it
games.
going?
I'm going with authentic mode for sure. Never knowing what you might have to overcome. Ugh, doesn't that sound exciting?
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play
I had
on
it before I
authentic
redid
mode.
everything.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
I think I actually deleted everything that we didn't use instead of just turned it off. So I may not have that. But I will look into it, though. I'm good. I was supposed to get a green screen up, but it has just been a crazy busy day. And I was literally slamming food in from dinner right up to like the final minute of getting online. So it's been pushed to Monday or Friday.
Are you sure?
Oh! No. I want
Take
to...
your time. There's no rush.
I want to play on the
Are you
study
sure?
mode. Yes.
Trust me, you'll see the
It's
beauty
a good
of
incentive
RNG.
one. Incentive
Honestly,
how?
I don't think Clorand
I
would
am
make
burpy.
things too difficult for us, no
I
matter
can
what the
understand that.
Fatometer says. Isn't that right, Clorand?
I think I'm slowly losing my voice.
No promises.
It's very hoarse.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Is that like a thumb? Sorry, should I say thumbs up to that, or
Anyway,
aw, I
enough
hope you get
talk.
better soon?
Let's get started. I want to
To keep
experience
watching?
at least a good chunk of the story today.
Interesting.
Speaking of the story,
I so had been yapping a
why
lot.
is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's because
Well, give your
a long time
give
ago,
your voice a
back
break.
when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers
Lots of
ruled
tea.
over the land. They created a host of monsters
Chamomile
and sent them
tea,
to
in my
slaughter
opinion.
all humans in existence. Soon, a group of human rebels
But I'm
banded
yappy?
together. With their
Then you
swords
shouldn't be praying for
raised,
sickness.
they swore
I'm
to
just kidding.
brave
I'm just
the
kidding. I'm just kidding.
darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their
If you want to
destruction.
continue being yappy, you gotta
They
let your throat
became known
relax.
as the Marashosei
For sure.
Hunters.
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
Sometime later, as a member of the Marashosei Hunters, you receive a commission. Following the address
We
provided
welcome
on the
all of the
message,
yappy
you
here.
take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your
I
surroundings.
love this drawing of Clarind in the
There
corner.
aren't many people in the
Looks
vicinity.
very cool. I
but
like
you
the
do
blues
take
there.
note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marashosei hunters, likely led to this location after receiving the same commission as you.
The way she's reading it almost makes you want to like roll into like, Rebecca, I love you. Currently on call waiting for the boyfriend to return, so might disappear randomly. That's okay, no worries. Thanks for the bit donation.
You're all Marashosei hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade,
No.
helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
But why?
Okay, count me
Because
in.
there is another.
My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way.
But I love
I was
you.
adopted by a Marashosei hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
That gets me every time.
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone?
Yes, you will.
It sounds like they've done this dozens of
Absolutely.
times. My name is Farina, and I grew up in a noble family.
That was Catbug that did
I
that, right?
always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marashosei hunter,
Yep.
what I really
I'm
want
Catbug.
to be a performing artiste.
Hey,
I still want to watch that show
that's
sometime.
really cool. You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marashosei hunter
Wow.
right here.
These like,
I've been studying the culinary arts
look at
since I was a
what I
child.
mean. These are all really
I hope
cool.
my delicious food can help boost people's spirits.
That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward to
She's
your
like a bard.
cooking during our adventures together.
Well, if we're all here for the
Whoa,
same mission, why don't
Linny,
we
you
take
look
some time
dope.
to confirm what we need to do.
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marashosei hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis.
This is why you don't desert your friends when you're in a relationship, because who will you annoy when they aren't here?" Gotcha. They should make these into skins. I agree. Skins can get expensive, especially in this game. If like they were like the premium ones. Yeah. I got one for Shenhe, but that's it. I don't have anybody else's skins. I was supposed to get one for free for Xiangling, but I failed. I failed the event.
The lands outside the capital have been
That's a
overtaken
lie.
by
I know you
monsters,
have one.
and our people are being led astray.
You have
by
Xiangling's
forces of wickedness.
holiday skin.
We beseech you.
Don't lie.
Please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home.
Oh, for a 5-star. I understand. Yes. Then the only one I have for a 5-star is Shenhe. That's it. Give me a second. I'm just taking off my watch. Let my wrist breathe. But it's Friday.
Layout
We
of
made
this
it to
figure looks
Friday. It's the
super familiar.
weekend.
It kind of reminds Paimon of Mondstadt.
So exciting. Friday.
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
Did everybody have a good week? Was it a good week for everybody?
As
Party!
experienced hunters,
Yeah.
The layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of
Good week,
days
good
gone
week.
by.
That's good to hear, good to hear.
Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell.
Oy,
Its
sorry
hollow
about that.
gates are open to you, beckoning you to come forth and bring salvation back to the town.
I carefully read every line of
Think
the
some
letter
medicine can
and
make you
turn
feel
my
high?
attention to the signatures at the
Yes,
bottom.
yes, it can.
Who
It's
issued this
100%
commission to us?
can. There's some places in I know specifically in America where some medication is behind, like you have to like ask to get that medication because yeah, you can't get high off certain medications.
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together. They sensed
Are
that
you
things
okay?
were not
Yeah.
right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside world.
In that case, why don't we take a walk around the city and see if we can learn anything from the local residents?
There's a medication that I sometimes take which is Robax, which is for my back. It makes me feel like a Superman. 'Cause as soon as I feel it, I feel nothing. It's just like, let's do this. That type of mentality, right?
Oh, good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters
Scary.
and bad guys we're after.
It's either that or just being stuck in bed. So I don't know. Yeah.
You look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually
Well, yeah, I hope you
full
wouldn't take
of
Robax.
information.
Is it this? Oh, this is the tavern here.
As
Oh,
you
we're back in
approach the
Mondstadt.
tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to
It's
be
true.
rather troubled about something.
Especially also something that has the ability to make you go to sleep, like NyQuil, will make you kind of like loopy. That's why usually you take Dayquil during the
Lovely
day
weather
and then
we're having
NyQuil at
today,
night
don't
because
you
it's supposed to
think?
put you to sleep so your body can repair itself.
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely. If only those monsters out there
Yup.
would stop causing trouble.
It seems like
Thanks for the
every
bit
character
donation.
included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep asking questions, we might be able to get some good leads.
Oh, come now. Don't be sad.
That's
Life
good.
is all about optimism. Oh,
Yes, your wish
that
did come
reminds
true.
me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Shaking my head. yeah.
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
Nothing turns a frown upside down
We
like
even
good
we even
food.
have the shaking my
How
head
about
one.
some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even
This is
take
all
cooking as one
nonsense.
of your skill proficiencies.
If you are enjoying the content and you're looking for a community to call home, hit that Discord link because we'd love to have you part of our Discord today.
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides, I'm not really a fan of sweets.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine. Hey, did she just... me?
Yes, she did. Yeah, she did, which is kind of wild.
Chlorian must have
Hydrate.
been
I can
character for a
hydrate
second.
now. I got rid of the halls.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
That's good. That's good. Also, make sure hulls, if you have the ability to buy those, fantastic. Sepacol is like a ramped up hulls. That's a really good one as well. Yeah, that's it. And then either pho or chicken noodle soup. How about I cook something right here, right now?
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the photometer.
Lots of tea, yeah, as well.
You recall all the lessons you've learned in your time and begin to carefully observe the woman's mannerisms. You notice that when
And
she's
water.
quiet, she has an
It's like Q on
empty
here.
look in her
Q and I
eyes,
are here to take care of you.
as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she speaks, she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on her left hand. So you noticed. That's a little embarrassing. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the guards were dispatched to fight them.
Wait, isn't this the girl that like screwed us over before? I think so. Her face looks very familiar.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
Like she was the person that was taking all the women. The thief. And then making the magician guy take the fall for her. I think it is her. It's gonna take you a long time through the straw. Yeah. And if you have anything in there other than just broth, it's gonna be a very frustrating time.
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know where he was sent?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat
True,
those monsters
true.
as soon as possible. We sincerely hope your husband will be able to return to
There's
your
no way to
side
kind of
soon.
blow on it and like cool it off.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. I live in a household where
We'll
certain
find him.
utensils also disappear.
Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
I'll do my best. You bid farewell to the woman and continue your journey further into the city.
I'm assuming this was in November. Unless you're going to tell me that Shinya's family celebrates Thanksgiving in March.
As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake
No spoons,
her
no
head
forks,
as she puts away her
but
wrinkled
all
brows.
thankfulness.
A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you
Just
a
knives.
disdainful look.
Stabby,
You get
stabby.
the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
I'm thankful for my ability to stabby, stabby. Yeah. I'm thankful for the violence that will ensue.
Very friendly. Merchants are usually a good source of information, right?
If you are enjoying the content here, this is just me playing Genshin to relax at the end of this the week. Hit that purple heart to keep the good times rolling. I do this on Monday as well as Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a question if I
Electrolytes is also good.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War's nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything,
It's
then
hilarious that
scrap.
Clarunda is doing all the voices.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler,
Thanks
can
for
you
the
think
bit.
of something?
The bit donation.
Sir, we came to this city to solve the very problem you seem to be referring to. The war you mentioned, would it happen to be against the monsters outside the city? If you happen to be well informed and know a thing or two
Navia
about
is
what's
pretty.
going on,
Agreed.
we'd appreciate it if you could share that information with us. After all, the sooner this problem gets resolved,
She's accessorized to
the
the
easier it will
max.
be for you to do your business.
8.
Well, things are basically as you said, young lady. Those monsters are camped outside.
It is, isn't it?
And they've been destroying all our
It's like,
trade
I'm a big,
routes.
gruff
We
merchant.
have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
agreed.
we
So this is
could
kind of
the
funny.
monsters
Yeah,
all
agreed.
along.
That is concerning.
All right. That's all the information you need, right? Off with you now. I've still got business to do.
You know, if you smiled a little more, you'd definitely get more business. And I bet that would make your life just a little bit sweeter. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to work. It's just a tip.
10,000 sparkles. Congrats.
Should we try to go somewhere?
Q was talking about some more rewards that we should be adding, so we'll be adding
How
3
about
new
the
ones.
city square? Follow me.
We got hug, pinch cheeks, and slap cheeks. Q's will? Oh, jeez.
Before you
Q's
lies
will is part of the
central
rewards?
square.
How did I know about this?
You see a man with
Denied.
a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He
Exempt.
doesn't seem to notice your approach.
You are denied.
Still immersed in his own thoughts,
Do not
he
pass go.
shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him. Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Oh, wait, you're...
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
You recognize us?
The voice actor
Are you
must
one
be
of the
really
people who
enjoying
wrote
this.
the commission letter?
Yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come! Oh, what great news! The city is saved!
What happened here?
Alas,
You don't need money in
we
the
once
afterlife.
lived comfortable,
You put it in your
carefree
coffin?
lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter,
I need my
he
dignity.
was the one who drove them back. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power. Or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped the city of any chance at peace.
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters drove back.
Yeah.
So,
Orfremine?
on the off chance
Yeah,
that something might
agreed.
come of it, I decided
They're usually
to reach out to
inseparable.
you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true.
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marashose hunters are on the case.
The man is touched. by
The second
determination and
eye doesn't
resolve.
exist, but the rest of it's
His
perfect.
eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any
Oh,
leads?
then you somehow stumbled across the
All I know
spelling. Good
is
job.
that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital
Correct.
through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monster.
I see. We'll go look for them then.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well, so be on your guard. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure. Interested in
Hydration.
nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard
Thank you.
place.
I feel bad for him. maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Hey, not everything can be solved with food.
Oh, I didn't read that. My bad.
I appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the crisis at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
They should have turned this into like an event.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom.
All of the rewards?
Solving, right?
We could do that. You have 22,000?
Exactly. We need to
How many do I
defeat the
have?
monsters outside the
I have
city,
60.6
take down
thousand.
the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
So yeah, we can increase it. What if we did 500?
Which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break.
Just some?
Take some time
Okay.
and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
Make them different? Oh, okay, we can do that.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clarence said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashosei hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't
The
say
one
it's a
on Moat
perfect
is
representation
15,000?
of history, but there are
Yes.
definitely some
Yeah.
similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
But that's not Sparkles.
Sure. As
But I
long
know
as
what
it
you're
doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Haima wants to know too. The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kind of like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marashosei hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques.
Thanks
passed
for the
down
bit
over
donation.
centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a Marashosei hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order.
So the emotes onto Discord. The only reason why that hasn't happened yet is because we wanted an opportunity to promote all of the changes that have happened over here on Discord. So like the badges changed over, there's new rewards, there's new emotes, and we want to get that all properly promoted on social media before we start doing the same technical thing on Discord, where we're just like, here's some new emotes in Discord, you know, stuff like that, so we can progressively show the community both inside and outside of the Discord that things are changing, things are happening. So that's the reason why that's where it as right now. But it's still on my list. Nothing's changed. Right now we're trying to design a layout that we figure will fit the overall vibe of the network and be cohesive, that I can use over multiple, kind of like a template, right? A template of the vibe of Ether that I can use on multiple platforms.
One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable
But thank you for the
army of
reminder.
golems.
I appreciate that
He
you're
sought
always
to
keeping
use
your mind on
force
that.
to establish himself as king.
Now, wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
And then the other thing that I forgot to mention with that is we're also kind of holding it a little bit right now, because not only can we make our own, you know, template and stuff like that, but we started the process this week of actually bringing in somebody specifically for marketing, as we talked about in the last stream, and I want to get their input. It's a great project to have them work on right out of the gate. So we've kind of slowed it down a little bit even more to try to speed up with the onboarding of a marketing founder, so they can move on that right away. Should I keep drawing things like Pokemon? Absolutely. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. Anything that we can't use here in Discord, or it's not Discord, in Twitch, could be moved to Discord. And then also with these new rewards that we were talking about coming up, definitely want to see something for those. That'd be fantastic, honestly. Derpymon is Laifu. Yes, correct.
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything.
And I
you might be
really
able to
appreciate
find
all the
out in
work that you do,
game.
honestly.
But if you want me to talk about something else, then how about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, or Egeria, the ex-hunter?
I hydrated. Just let you know that.
Wait, but those people are all from a
It's free
super
for
long
me.
time
Thank you.
ago.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where
Thank
did
you.
you learn all this, Claran?
All free for you.
From my
Oh,
master.
that's sweet.
By master, you mean Miss Petronia?
Is someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorand over to play, but then...
Let's not get off topic.
No, no,
Anyway,
no, no.
back to what I was
Let's go
saying.
back to that topic.
Responding to
Tell me what's going on.
Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Casiodor into battle against the monsters. This group of warriors, under Casiodor's leadership, became known as the Marachose Hunters.
Tell us your
Yet,
secrets.
As Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marachose Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be predominantly comprised of Melusines.
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten the hunters or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough always being the one shouldering everyone's expectation.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
Speaking of investigations, which problem should we tackle first? Monsters or evil sorcerer?
I vote monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right? We can come back to the sorcerer later.
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions as well.
What about you, partner? What do you think?
Yes. Chibi derp Genshin stickers might be cute. Both here on Twitch as well as on Discord, but also in real life. That'd be a great little business for yourself, right? There's a bunch of companies that will help you just create stuff like that, but you could also get devices. I think the device is called a Cricut, which would allow you to kind of build that stuff and then sell them off, either part of merchandising and just tossing it in, or directly selling it as like collections. Will be like you get 3 or 4 will be this quarter. So for the next 3 months, we're going to run this collection of 3 or 4. It would give you time to create more before the next quarter.
It's decided then.
You have a Cricut. That's awesome.
After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
You got all the setups for massive merchandising and massive money making. Good job. Are they expensive devices?
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
Oh, really? Jeez.
You there!
How expensive are
outsiders,
they?
Halt!
Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in
About
serious
500
pain.
American. Fair.
I'm the captain of the
It's
guard.
like 6.
I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only ask this once.
610
State your purpose,
Canadian.
or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
I mean, if it's beneficial and makes you money, then it's
Wow,
a
it's been a
worthwhile
while since
expense.
someone's been this suspicious of us.
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
Have you ever heard of the Marchese Hunters?
Marachose hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
And you have other things that you can get with it, like markers, mats, etc. And you have those. Why aren't you a billionaire yet? Jeez. We're counting on you, Navia.
Sir, we were indeed in the city earlier, but our purpose was only to gather information on the
we go.
monsters. We're here to help.
You're not
the city
dumb.
and
Don't say
all
that.
The people within it. Your guards are still fighting the monsters as we speak.
What was it again?
They could be seriously wounded and in grave need of support. You need all the help you can get.
No, it did not work. Give me a second. Give me a second. Commands. You just wait for a second. I have an answer for that once I remember how to do this. There we go. I figured it out. Not that one. It's this one. Boom. I also want you to know that I had to watch ads to send that. Because when I came back, it put me into ads. Lift yourself up. Don't put yourself down. You're welcome. No problem.
The man regards you with doubt and concern. After a period of inner struggle, he lets out a long sigh and informs you of the locations where the monsters have appeared. Those monsters aren't easy to deal with.
You can
but
design
if
and you should
insist on
design.
going, I won't stop you.
Do it
either.
up.
I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their families alive. I wish you the best of luck.
You don't want to advertise, then find something that allows you to do a one and done. Or social media it. I mean, you can't get to the point where you don't do any advertising and no social media. But my suggestion to you probably would be to get a scheduler, sit down one day, do all the social media for the entire month, or 2 months if you want to space it out. Schedule that out, and then that's it. Boom. Just let it run. It'll be one day where you're just like, this sucks. And then you get it done, and then the rest of the month is just you either dealing with whatever questions that people might have from clients or potential customers, and that's it. You don't have to deal with that stuff. It's something that we want to do at the network as well, but one reason why we haven't done it is consistency has been really hard for us to get, especially because of sickness, sickness with me. Now you get sickness with Jose, right? So it's really hard to get that type of stuff set up, but we're hoping that with the new marketing person, we'll have more consistency from our side, which will allow them to schedule things out, but having someone that is well versed in social media to make pivots quickly would also help as well. I don't want to deal with the customers either. Maybe there is an AI that would interact with customers, asking frequently questions, stuff like that, so that you don't have to deal with the majority of customers. You can't deal with no customers, but you can get to the point where you can not have to deal with the majority of them. And who knows, you might actually end up, creating something that you really enjoy the people that you're interacting with. Douchebag McGee's may not even come towards your stuff, right? You can't just design, though. Yeah, it's really hard to just design unless you're going to, work with a team. That's kind of where you're going to have to be. But in order to get to that immediately, it's kind of hard. You kind of have to have the revenue that could pay someone to do something. Then you could just design. From our side, though, when you're working with us on merchandising, if you want to lend us some of your designs so that you're in quote unquote just designing, I can understand that, and we're all for it. But I would also love to see you, kind of benefit purely off of your stuff. But I'm sure that once we get to those, positions in merchandising, that we can have full conversations of this stuff and see if there's ways that we can synergistically help each other. Do fashion so I know how customers can be like. Yeah, but I feel like customers in fashion versus customers in, like, let's say people that are buying stickers and stuff like that are two different customer sets, right? I feel like in fashion, you're going to have more customers that are looking for specific designs and are going to be more at a, more inclined to request things. Whereas people like stickers, you can even put it right into your advertising and be like, this is only the stickers for this season. And so that there's no wiggle room. It's just like, this is what you get. You don't like it, don't buy it. And then also you can make sure also when it comes to the stickers that you're just launching it in these, these batches, and there's no commissions. No commissions. So that means there's no reason for them to even want to ask you in the first place. You can do it in fashion as well. Then you're already finding out ways of limiting how your customers can piss you off.
Numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they
Yeah,
saw
I
from
think
their
people annoy
minds.
no matter what, but limiting it is the best way to go. Or I guess the only way to go.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief.
Why are you pointing at me?
Quick, leave this place. Turn
Thanks for the
around
bit
and don't look
donation.
back, they yell.
Telling me to go over here or to deal with what? This dude? Or you're supposed to be pointing this way. $888. Almost at the 900 mark. Home stretch.
This is the place he mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks. All the signs point to one thing.
So am
A
I.
truly devastating battle just took place here.
Be on your guard, everyone.
It's been
The
one of those
monsters
weeks.
might still be around.
Good all the way through, but it's just been one of
Before
those
you
long
can
weeks.
finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
A little help here! This thing wants to eat Paimon!
Your battle round
Absolutely.
begins now.
Oh, I get to choose the combat check myself. 13. Eat the emergency food. Yep.
Let the world collide!
Hyper bloomin'. You're all hyper bloomin'.
The next battle round begins now.
Right now? Oh god.
A proper send-up!
Boom 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 boom.
Scatter! Coming at ya!
The
Come on,
monsters
let me
let
eat
out
you.
a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before dissipating into thin air.
Ugh, thank goodness it's over.
We're lucky the Marashose Hunter class came with all those preset skill points. Otherwise, we would have been in some real trouble.
I never knew the Fatometer even determines the amount of damage you inflict. If you get unlucky, isn't it just game over right then and there?
That's part of the fun. The uncertainty of fate is what gives these games their appeal.
Just as you begin to celebrate your
Hey,
victory,
welcome back.
a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
A suspicious lump. Wait, could it be the thing that appears after every battle?
I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it.
Is it a chest?
I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. It was previously obscured by the large form of the monsters. With the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower bud.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
Let's dig it up.
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the ground. Even without opening it, you can tell from the mora and jewels scattered around the chest that it must contain quite the fortune.
Makes sense. We worked hard for this. Let's open it and we can share what's inside.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Oh my god, Lenny, I don't want you on my team ever.
Think about all the people suffering.
The treasure's
in
for
battle.
me.
Or all those guards who got hurt fighting the monsters. Wouldn't it be better if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take it for ourselves.
Absolutely, that's valid.
Well,
Finders
let's
keepers.
put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game can impact the future course of the story.
I'm greedy.
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove. we're
Damn, it's not a
just
body. I
hunters.
just read that.
What if they think we procured the treasure illegally? They might get even more suspicious.
No,
of
just put it in
us.
your pockets.
That's definitely something we should consider. Maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, if donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight even more bad guys.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late. Why don't we call it a day for now?
What do you mean it's getting late? No one drank their tea. Look at all that. It's like
We
not
can
touched. It's still hot.
try.
I'm not sure if
What
it's
type of
because
tea
I'm
is that
so
that it stays
much fun
hot
with
the
you all, or
entire time you
because
play?
The story is particularly enticing, but I feel like I could almost keep going.
Here, here. Ooh, how about we play through the
Cups are
night?
huge. I know. They're like soup bowls.
Oh, I'm not sure I'll have enough energy.
Drink
for
your tea.
that.
You'll have the energy.
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an earful if I get home too late.
I understand how you feel, not
Your sister will give you an earful?
Change venues for the next part of the story.
Why does that
anyway.
matter?
Huh? Another location?
Mm-hmm. There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part of the script.
Whoa.
They're clearly married.
You really pulled out all the stops for this new
by
script.
by that phrase, yeah.
Even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Cloran finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me you just want to finish the free desserts before we break for the day.
Yeah, she does.
Coincidence, okay?
She was like when she caught him the other time when he was like talking.
Having to buy her own. And anyway, Paimon really does want to hear more about Cloran's master.
Well,
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past. It won't do any harm to share these
Sweet
things now.
home alabaster. I don't know where. Sweet home Shesnaya. That's where they're from, right?
My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her, she saved me from certain people of ill repute. My birth parents had left me behind some time before that.
Sweet
how did you
home
get
in the
influenced by her
Fatui.
story?
Yeah.
Master
House
was a
of the Hearth.
fascinating individual. If inexperienced in the ways of raising children. My first ever toy was a short sword.
That's messed up.
Although I
That's
suppose
really
it
messed
wasn't
up.
so much a toy as something Master removed from her waist and handed to a noisy child in need of
Could have
distraction.
cut your hand off.
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword to
Mother
a
who's actually called
child?
father. Yeah.
Isn't that dangerous? Did you hurt yourself?
Of course I did. I cut
Yeah,
my
I
palm
bet.
and bled
Oh my
quite a lot.
god.
But Master was not concerned. She just stood there.
Oh
and
my
stared
god,
at
that's
me and laughed.
horrible.
See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then crouched down next to me and said, "Give me your hand. I'll teach you to bandage this wound.
What's wrong with your
After that,
parents?
It's time
and
to
your
learn how to
master."
truly hold a blade."
Excuse me for asking this, Clorand, but how old were you exactly when all this
I was 4.
happened?
Something like that, right?
Probably around
3!
3, give or take.
You gave a 3-year-old a short sword?
Isn't that when most kids are still struggling to hold a fork?
As I said, Master was rather inexperienced in the ways of raising children. She believed trial and error was the best way to teach a child what they're capable of.
I'm not so sure this is a question of experience.
I
No.
didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised.
Maybe she is
She did
masochistic.
bring me back a pet from Liyue once. It
That's
was
not a pet, that's a
Geovishap
monster.
A Geovishap hatchling? For a pet? That seems even more dangerous.
actually. What she said was this: make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight. Whoever
Oh my
loses
god,
is the
that's
real
horrible.
And how old were you when this happened?
This is cruel.
Pet.
5.
Well,
When you were given a
Did
monster
you
as a
win?
pet.
No, I lost.
So you were the
So,
pet?
you're saying you actually became the Geovishap's pet?
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat, and we've shared a cordial relationship ever since.
Weird.
that really doesn't sound like the kind of childhood someone should have.
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know any other way to raise a child. She was a Marashosei hunter, but I never heard her bring up her own parents. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters in the wild by myself the year after that. Even though the training she subjected me to was strict, she always made sure to take me traveling when she had the time. We met many of her friends during those days. That was also how I met Mr. Callis and his family.
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join our picnic and hid behind Ms. Petronia the whole time.
I still hadn't really met many children my age at that time, so I didn't know how to interact with others.
After that, though, you started coming over.
Please never have children.
You
Yeah.
loved challenging people to shooting competitions.
Oh, you're giving them
remember?
swords.
I don't
That's
think
what my
any
master
members of
did.
The Spina ever beat you in one of those.
I had a lot of fun during those days.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, do you remember that one time we went exploring around the Spina together? We overheard Papa call your master Fontaine's Protector of Justice. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one time.
Protector of justice.
Get a room, you two.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wait, you mean
The rest of us want to
that
go home.
vigilante
Or
hero
go
from
eat.
20 years ago? The one who was always
Or eat
active at
Paimon.
night?
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing. Until, like Navia said,
Let's eat the
we
mini
overheard
pie.
the truth from
Yep.
Mr. Callis that night.
20 years ago, huh? I still
Bye.
remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
My apologies.
Apple pie with ice cream is
Oh,
great, especially if the apple
there's
pie is
no
also
need to
still warm.
apologize.
Delicious.
You had nothing to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause. Although, calling herself the protector of order was a bit much.
Pecan pie is
Especially when
good,
she
too.
deliberately operated outside the law.
Huh? When did the Protector of Justice become the Protector of Order?
Oh, she had a bunch of code names. I heard
In
she would
French
just come up
vanilla.
with a name on the spot whenever she was asked.
Ooh.
Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions.
Fancy.
And decided
Very
to stick to
fancy.
just
Very
two.
posh. Very
The
demure.
Protector of Justice and the Protector of Order.
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which
Fancy
of the two
vanilla.
she'd use by the time she
Yep.
got back each night.
Well, she certainly sounds like a fascinating individual. With her strong sense of justice, it's no surprise her student followed in her footsteps.
It's true. I always wanted to become like her. Someone powerful, independent, and with a strong sense of conviction. But
She is a
But-
psychopath.
she suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Oh, damn.
Disappeared? What happened?
After all that, she just...
I have no idea. She didn't
You
even
definitely
leave a note.
eat it right.
I was never able to find out where she went. That
Abandonment.
night, I was celebrating
Absolutely.
my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up.
Wow, she left on the birthday as well.
When I returned home on my own.
She's emotional
It was to an empty
damage.
house.
Yeah, just
When she
not
still
good.
didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callis's house to ask about her whereabouts. But he only shook his head.
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret, but I never
So
had
she's
any
probably never had a
credible
relationship.
leads. Don't worry, I understand. To be perfectly honest, given Master's personality and way of doing things, it all made a lot of sense. If I had to guess, I'd say she probably used it as an opportunity to force me to become independent. Just like how
Save me
when a
H2O.
litter of kittens reaches
That's
a certain
some
age,
high quality
the mother
H2O.
willingly leaves them behind.
Were you
I was at first, but not anymore. I don't believe
Watch,
Master
she
would
did
suddenly
just disappear for no reason.
There must have been something she just had to do.
Well, despite everything, you still managed to follow in her footsteps and become the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased. But you're right. I suppose I do.
Is
take
your
after
brother
her in
doing
some
better?
ways.
Who knew Clorand had such an interesting past? I never had the chance to ask her about it before. I wonder if Clorand's master were the champion duelist back then. Would that duel against Mr. Callus have gone differently? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorand and Navia are probably thinking something similar. The mood just got super awkward all of a sudden.
Ah, that's a short sickness. Gotcha.
Well,
You should be good though in like maybe
anyway.
2 days.
Would you look at the time? It's getting dark, so we should probably call it a day for real this time. If we keep talking like this, we really will be here all night.
I had a great time today, Miss Clorand. Thank you for being our GM.
It's usually called DM.
Anytime.
The script was good, but I've got to say, your childhood stories were even better. Hey,
I don't even know what
you
GM
should
is
tell us more
for.
about that fight against the Geo Bishop sometime. Maybe your master was onto something.
Game Master,
You
yeah,
could be
probably
right.
actually. Yeah.
What does she mean, on to something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight a bishop in their spare time. Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I want to continue enjoying the story tomorrow.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was talking about
No
the
love for Linny.
script.
There we go. Jenya, yeah. JC. Q. Not gonna lie, I probably would pay it. I think so. I think we are. What am I looking for? There we go.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the
Probably.
Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for completing.
Choreoverse would be like, what are we gonna do with $10,000? That's like nothing.
Ad Astra
We make
Abyssosk.
billions.
Welcome to.
Throws it back in your face. Be like, get out of here, you poor person. Go buy yourself something nice. Good kid. Yeah. Where? Oh, I gotta wait till the morning. I'm like, where's the mission at? Buy some candy for yourself. $10,000 candy. It's a lot of candy. Come to think of it,
Let's go meet up with the group. Paimon's really looking forward to today's story.
I hope I haven't spent $10,000 of candy. Probably have. In your lifetime, if you think about your entire lifetime, all the money you've spent on candy, probably does equal to like pretty close, yeah. I don't trust you. I honestly think you have. I feel like I might have spent like on like candy and snacks. I feel like I might have spent at least $5,000 in the past 3 to 4 years. At least. Oh, I think I've spent more money than $10,000 on gaming. Oh, for sure. My entire life? Definitely clothes. Yeah. Seeing your Instagram, I can agree with that. I probably have done 10,000. No. I don't even think I've done 10,000 my whole life when I'm clothes. But gaming? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Makeup and... Oh, yeah. I can agree with that as well. Wait, oh, we're in a new area. I don't even have a marker for this. I think that's what I'm gonna do off stream. Is I'm going to get all the other waypoints for Fontaine, because we have to walk to this one now. I'm so sorry. There's literally a teleport marker right beside it, but I don't have it. Oh, hello, hello, sir. Hello, sir. I might as well kill you, right?
Oh, so sorry.
Oh god, you're freezing me.
Spring forth!
Dodge this.
It's just running me over. How are you freezing me? Just freeze kicked me.
Germinate! Nice.
Oh, come. Where'd you go? I'm burning. I'm burning.
I'll protect us.
Thanks for the bit donations. I didn't do event. For what? I probably said something out loud randomly. I don't know what you're referring to specifically. Ooh. No, the real one, I haven't done that yet either. No. Hey, 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 eat, eat. Where is this one? Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm going to attempt to kill whatever this is.
Don't miss your luck.
It just superconducted me.
Cool it.
Scatter!
Oh, look at it's like a.
This move will be frozen in time. Freeze. Don't push your luck.
Propagate! At the frying pan!
Come on, Gilba. Yeah, get him, Gilba.
Scatter!
Yep. Slash, slash, stab, stab.
Propagate.
That's one. Can you come out of the water,
Cool it.
please? I'm gonna hack your head.
Dodge this.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you're gonna stay there. You're gonna make me dive down for your stuff. A whole new world. I find it sad that you can't swim anywhere else in Tibet.
I'll keep this close.
Decided to take a Mandarin course, by the way, so I can learn a skill I was supposed to be pro at as a child. When I go back to China, I can say hello in China. If you don't even know how to say hello right now, this is not good. I don't know any Mandarin, and I'm pretty sure I know basic hello. Come on, Shinya. Come on. It's a useful language, though. Especially if you move to Toronto. Very useful. I'm assuming you're asking in Q, because I know 0.001%. 20%. I think you know more than that. Then you're fine. You're gonna tell me that they never even said hello in any of these dramas? Come on. I got a small furnishing rug, circular carpet. Oh, eat. Yeah, I'm learning French. But after French, I don't know what I'm going to pick next. That could be soon or could be a long time from now.
Ready, steady, go!
Ooh, there's another chest over here. Oh no. Oh no. Ah.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
That's one.
Cool it.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Spring forth! Scatter! Nice and spicy!
Oh, that's not fair.
Let's dance. Hi.
Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
I pick up all the stuff. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gaps to me don't really bother me. Depending, of course.
A reward on the road.
Just a gear? That's all that came out of that? Was a gear? That was weird. I don't know if I want to deal with all of y'all. I don't even know how to get to you. It's just gotta crawl up here?
Scatter.
No, I don't want to read your book as I'm burning alive.
Come on, we can do it.
University called Peking in China. Guess we should go up here and take on this guy that's just taking care of the mangoes. Please don't use any of your vines. Thank you very much. Oh, what's this thing?
Spring forth.
The device that seems stable, but in fact is not. You must hit the device when the circle is within the blue lit circle zone to stabilize it.
Freeze!
Hit how?
Dodge this! Cool it!
Scatter.
We're gonna need this thing over here to start it off. Oh, a water character? Well, I got this thing now. Whoop. I just picked it up. A water character? Let's read it again. Device that seems... Okay, so it does need this. What? When the circle is within the blue lit circle zone. There we go. I figured it out. A little trial and error. A little trial and error.
I'll
See,
keep this close.
another gear. What do I need these gears for? There is a sigil somewhere. What's with the weird music? It's like music like when a child is like discovering something for the first time. What is it trying to call me here? Like, look at this child struggling with this puzzle. This puzzle was made by the developer's nephew. And this person can't even figured it out. Like Pokemon gyms? Yeah. You can tell me there's nothing in here? 1 carrot. Oh, it opened the carrot. Okay. That's worth it.
Is this an answer from this world?
Another gear. That's great. Oh, it's another puzzle. Oh, that's nice. I didn't want to have to go up here myself anyways. Goes right here. Oh! You needed all the gears. To do what? To do... Oh, no! Don't fall! No, stop falling off the sign. Can I just... No. There we go. Okay, now we'll see what's around here. Okay. I put all the gears in here, but what benefit does that give me though? I don't know. Okay, I did that.
A reward
But
on
I
the
put
road.
all 3 gears into this guy for what though? Hmm. Maybe I have to press X on that up there? Oh. Oh. They look like fireworks. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Oh, a chest. I was just like, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, when I saw them and they looked like fireworks, I'm just like, oh. That does look like something. All I got, nothing. Basically. I see this guy get pushed off. Bye. We need to go down that way anyways. Actually, I don't even know where he went. Is right here? This guy's doing shadow kicks over here. And punches. You know I wasn't even gonna kill you? Did you know that? I was actually gonna go by you. But you just had to get up. Murder is bad. These are monsters. And if I don't kill them, I don't know. Look at this big bulbous thing. You don't need that much water. A jade water fruit condensed from excessive amount of hydro. Due to its internal pressure, it will sometimes spew bubbles, and when it loses a certain amount of water, it will start spewing bubbles in all directions to attack nearby enemies. You may have to use elemental reactions to cause the fruit to completely lose all of its water if you want to obtain what it contains.
I'll protect us.
Don't get frostbite.
I'm in a bubble. Well, I would even want that. It contained a dude. Oh, and a chest.
I'll keep this close.
Thanks for the bit donation. I am not salty. How dare you? Just kidding. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. That's true. It didn't actually promise me anything. I was like, I can hear those guys from over here. No, I can just hear this one right here. Digging away. Got Mora in front of him. Actually, no, he just had a berry. A berry underneath a rock. No, you're salty. What are you gonna do with that comeback? Hmm? You got nothing. Just awestruck. Maybe the berry was only dinner, and he should have ate it. Nice and spicy. Is everybody dead? Everybody dead now? That's right. I'll be Pepper. I'm okay with that. Why are you guys stuck in there? Another one of those things. that needs a balance. But I don't... it's almost like I knew what to do. I didn't. I will save you. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. You're free! And there he goes. Off to propagate. What about these things? Can you open these doors? No. Can you do anything more? It seems really weird that I can't do anything more with this. Maybe I have to get multiple? Maybe. Not all of them are monsters, but thank you for the bit donation. I am the judge and jury, and sometimes the executioner. But you gotta let some of them free so they can go spread the fear. Keep everybody in check. If you kill them all, then no one even knows what to fear. No. I'm a god. No, just kidding.
Looks like everyone's here.
Oh my god.
Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off
That's
yesterday?
something.
An
I don't know any of the
important
words of
decision to be
that song,
made,
though.
yes? I'll pour everyone a cup of tea.
Is that really the most important part, though, Clorand? Paimon's more concerned about our current surroundings.
She took me to the
Heavy
sky.
walls,
Yeah,
cold
that's true.
railings, dim lights. This is obviously supposed to be a
The whole song is
plaything.
about Lubine.
I admire the work put into the set. Still, it's obvious the scriptwriter has never paid a visit to the fortress of Meripede.
You made me
So
see the
the set
stars.
Is
Yep.
going to be a part of the script?
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither confirm nor deny.
Anyone think Clorand's smile is starting to look kinda scary?
Always.
Well, whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, we should really figure out what to do with this treasure. If we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity, why don't we give ourselves a different name, just like Clorand's master did?
Yeah, it might be better to keep a low profile. As long as we're helping people, it doesn't matter who we are or...
She is a
what
scary
we
person
are.
in general.
Staring at me won't
Low
get you
key?
anywhere.
Probably a freak.
Or did you want some more tea?
Oh, Paimon's good. Thanks. Why aren't you saying anything, Navia? Wait, what's that next to you?
Yep.
Oh,
It's always the
this
broken
is
ones.
the short sword Cloran mentioned last time. I found it.
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down after all this time.
Well, I made sure to take good care of it, considering the circumstances in which you
I feel
gave
like
it to
I'm
me.
never gonna get
Of
sponsored
course,
by
I had to keep
Hoyovers.
it safe. Where were we?
They're gonna watch my streams and be like,
Right.
no.
I was just thinking about
No.
all the potential ways for us to break out of prison. We could dig a
Childhood
tunnel,
trauma.
or
Yep.
try to bribe the guards.
Wait, we haven't been thrown into prison yet, have we?
Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays to be prepared. Just like how you should always have an umbrella on hand, even when it's sunny.
I never have an
Paimon's
umbrella on
made
hand.
up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away.
Why would they ban you?
Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her snacks.
Turns out Paimon cares more about snacks than treasure. Oh. Paimon's developing a character?
So, you've reached an agreement? All right then, we can continue with the story.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure on the ground as well.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with your bag of loot in hand. The city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere, but your spirits are surprisingly high in places where sunlight struggles to reach.
I'm a bad
You
influence while you're
generously
playing
share your
Genshin.
wealth with the children,
No,
the elderly,
because once they
and
see
the
my
poor in
smash or
urgent
pass
need of help.
video, they're gonna be like, "Oh no, no."
Thank you, kind soul. The
That video is gonna
elderly woman's
oust me
look of
so quick.
gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move entirely out of sight.
Done.
However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much progress.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we can address the sorcerer problem.
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy. I'm sure he knows the people here far better than us.
Oh, good idea!
Just as you start to make way to the square, intent on finding the man again, there's a voice.
Paimon's. Wait, what do you mean? For Delon?
Please wait, distinguished guests. Several strange guards suddenly call out to you.
Not gonna lie, that
They
just
run
actually
forward to
seared
meet
into my
you
brain and made me
proceed
almost
to
sick.
politely pay their respects.
Greetings, gentlemen. Are we being invited for afternoon
My brain's like, did you want to see these possibilities?
Surely you
No,
jest, my
no, I
lady.
don't.
That
No,
would not be our place.
don't.
It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with you. Please come with us.
Do you think this could be a trap?
Well, we have to investigate the court at some point, right? Meeting the king himself would be a fantastic opportunity to do that.
I say we go for it. If something happens, we'll just turn the
Only
whole
show the
place
lollies?
upside down.
Yep.
That sounds a
Maybe are the
little
characters
intense.
omitted from the game?
After a quick discussion,
Oh, you mean
nod
during the
to
video?
guards
Yeah.
and agree to follow. They lead you all the way to the audience hall of the palace.
Terrible.
Gilded tables line both sides of the hall.
Look, you
The
gotta
space
answer,
itself
Delon.
is
You
adorned
gotta
with
answer.
all manner of expensive antiques, glass
This is all
shelves,
random.
and silver candlesticks. The items appear quite ordinary in size and dimension, yet their presence somehow makes the emptiness of the hall feel even more surreal and ominous.
Wow, it's so luxurious!
It's definitely not random.
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, sits upon the deep crimson throne before you. He wears above his head a majestic crown, with a gemstone the size of a bird's egg set right at the very front. As you observe it, you see a complex pattern of light reflect off its surface. They're here, your majesty. A man dressed in
He
long
probably
robes,
wouldn't notice.
likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hands.
I honestly don't
and
think he
bends
would.
down to whisper a few words to the king. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up. His gaze shifts to fixate on your group, but he does not move from his place at the king's side.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings. The man by his side, though. We should keep a close eye on him.
The king remains still and says nothing. The minister is the one who speaks. Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, His Majesty the King finds himself quite... I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters, used your exceptional ability with the sword to repel the monsters near the capital. Such a great deed deserves to be rewarded. However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes, you'll forgive me for seeking to verify the truth by speaking to you myself.
If you are enjoying the content here and you're looking for a community to call home, hit that Discord link as we'd love to have you part of our community today.
Well, we've got nothing to hide. You brought us here to talk, right?
Yes,
So
I did
let's
notice it's
explain
9.
what
I'm just
happened.
finishing off the this little sequence here. Thanks for the heads up.
Golem's blades were so powerful, they could cut down trees in a single swipe. It took a lot of effort to defeat them, even for trained swordsmen like us. Well, that was enough details, right? Believe us now?
Your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must mean you are also in possession of the treasure they stole.
Well, we did take the treasure,
did he know about the treasure?
Ah, then I must ask that you return it at once. It belongs to the kingdom.
Someone needs to tell Farina that Clorin knows everything. So all of the characters could know everything.
Wait, but didn't you
She
just
wrote
say
the
that our
story.
great deed deserved a reward? Shouldn't the treasure be considered a part of that?
They are actually. Yeah.
Yes, that was
hilarious.
indeed what I said. But you seem to have forgotten a very important distinction. Only that which is freely given by the king can be considered a reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without said permission, on the other hand, is a crime.
But that's completely unreasonable.
Yeah, that makes no sense! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground somewhere!
Maybe so, yet the fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without reporting it to the court and without
Thanks for the bit
receiving
donation.
permission. What? No answer? Surely you're not insinuating that you, a group of legendary Marashose hunters, sought to take the treasure for yourselves?
Thanks again for the bit donation.
Well, what about the king?
And again.
Is he just gonna let this guy talk for him the whole time?
Clad in his magnificent robe,
895.
the king remains seated, with his hands
So
resting
close.
on either side of the throne.
15 away from the final
His
stretch.
posture is rigid and unmoving. He stares forward with an empty look in his eyes.
I wouldn't say it's so far.
Completely unmoved by the events
It's not that.
before him.
If you were at 0, you'd be
From the look of
vastly
things,
far.
could the Prime Minister be the evil sorcerer? Or could both the king and the Prime Minister have fallen under the evil sorcerer's control?
I would like to observe the number of guards stationed in the hall.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed upon the hilt of their sword, as if prepared to draw their weapons and surround you at a moment's notice.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of ill-intentioned imposters. What a pity.
Going to jail.
Guards, take them away and throw them in the dungeons. Before I decide your fate, however, I must first determine whether you have any accomplices outside the court.
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some kind of riot?
But if we try to fight the guards right now...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon, just hold my hand.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay all around. Stay here and don't try anything funny. The guards lock the cell door and leave without
Posture
looking
check.
back.
Wait, sir!
You guys play Wuthering Waves. It's almost like Genshin as well as another Getch game. I haven't played it yet, but I have heard of it. I've thought about checking it out
From the ceiling.
No!
on the PC side.
What should we do now?
Carve out a new path of fate with our own two hands, of course. I draw my weapon.
You reach
It's another
toward your
tactic to get us
waist,
to spend more money.
but find nothing
Yup.
there. You now recall that your weapons were confiscated before the guards locked you in the
Maybe I'll do that for one of my
Treasure
chill
along with
sessions,
them.
Monday or Friday. We'll
What
do
about that knife I hid in my
a
boot?
startup on
When did you
Wuthering
hide it
Waves
away?
just to see what it's like.
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
Zenless Zero, I'd be down for that as well.
Rejected.
We could
You
do that
failed
as
to
well.
Inform the GM of this course of action. Moreover, the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be seen?
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the
It
cell door.
should be in the App Store.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's made by
there are
the same people that make Genshin.
plans.
Indeed.
Huh?
There's Zenless Zero, Honkai Rail,
Because
and then
that statement was true for me
Honkai
as well.
something else,
This is where the script ends.
and that's all made by the same people.
But that's a terrible ending!
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of hint, or gives the GM some kind of code for how to move forward.
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison. Like,
Correct.
they'll only show us the way out.
They're
once we've
slightly
grown
different.
truly and
Other
utterly
than
desperate.
Zenless and
That
Genshin
is
are
a
pretty similar.
possibility.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait,
All
guess
money
it's kinda
grabbing
how the
games.
Fortress
That's correct.
Therapy works if you're lucky.
Some of them.
Oh,
I mean,
before
Honkai Rail is
forget,
like a
Navia, the short
more like a
sword you had
turn-based
used earlier.
RPG.
I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era.
Yep.
If
Keep
I
coming
remember
back for more.
correctly, that style was last in vogue several hundred years ago.
Wait, Cloran said that sword used to belong to her master, right? Does that mean her master has been alive that long?
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything. I'd say the sword was most likely an heirloom passed down over time.
Hang on. A precious heirloom passed down to you by your master. And you gave it to me just like that?
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key, and a good amount of junk she probably just didn't want to take with her. I gave you the sword back then, because I didn't want our friendship to end.
Wait, when did this happen exactly?
After the duel. Between Mr. Callis and myself.
Oh.
Before that, Clorand would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa as well. After the duel, though,
Awkward.
there was a period of time where we simply didn't know.
I don't think
how
they
to
were on
face
good
each
terms
other.
after the duel.
She entrusted this sword to me
Because he was dead.
and never came back. We were both sad and conflicted and totally overthinking everything as a result.
Awkward.
Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder if Miss Petronia had never introduced us to each other at that picnic. Maybe part of the sadness I was feeling could have been avoided. Back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father, but a close friend as well.
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you two found your way back to each other and can enjoy things like this together.
Yep, you're right.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to bring up any sad memories.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
What are you tempted about?
Huh? Oh, looks like the next part of our script is here.
Perfect timing. The situation was really starting to get desperate. And not just because of the prison thing.
From Cloran's face, I really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Water continues.
Yeah,
to drip
I have
from the
moments, but
ceiling. In this lightless dungeon, you lack a reliable
I've actually got
way
pretty
to
good
tell how much
this
time has passed.
banner
Eventually,
to
You
save.
get used to the unpleasant odor of straw, mold, and rust, and find yourselves alternating between fits of drowsiness and despair. Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside the door.
Heads up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
You can see in the top right corner, I'm over 12,000 on wishes. Not wishes, sorry, Primo Gems. So yeah, it's been really hard because I usually pull the moment I get 160 Primo Gems. So trying to not pull this time around was pretty hard. But I think it's gonna be really beneficial in the next banner. But we got a chance to pause, so I'm going to stop there. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to I'm not doing it right now. I'm not doing it right now. But next Tuesday is actually a brand new banner, and I will do polls on stream. Maybe we'll bounce off to some Genshin, run some polls, and then we'll bounce back over to Star Wars. Maybe we'll do it that way. That'd be cool. You can kind of see what I get pulled on live as I do it. But yeah, that was cool. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I will see you guys on Monday, 7 p.m. for some more Genshin. Until then, whether you guys are online or offline, stay focused and get yours. See ya! I am horrible at luck.